We did not deserve this show. At all. Arcane is a mastery. I know people have been saying that a lot, that Arcane is a masterpiece, to the point that the word has lost its meaning, but there is literally no other way to describe this show. It is a mastery in world building, art, animation, character development, story design, tone, pacing, even though I don't really understand pacing all that much, but I've been told that it's how quick or slow a story feels. And I know there is like a million on one better made, more analytical videos on Arcane, League of Legends Season 1, because goddamn, we need a Season 2. But these are just my thoughts, my feelings, how I digested this show, because oh boy, I did not expect. Well, I did, but I didn't, because the year was winding down. It's like December. I'm fretting over my top 10 cartoons of the year list, which should be out before this video, but as I am recording right now, still haven't gotten around to it. And I was hearing this little pitter-patter of a show. Young Justice came out, the nostalgia was eating me alive, the Muslim representation what is given what it is supposed to have given. And then I heard Arcane and I'm like, no, I am not watching jack shit. No, just no. And then my timeline, my Twitter, everywhere I go, all I'd hear about is Arcane, and it started to reach that kind of obnoxious thing, you know, like how everybody loved Game of Thrones to the point that some people didn't like it just because everyone loved it. Same thing with Steven Universe. I almost fell into that trap of I'm just not gonna watch this show because everybody's fucking talking about this show. But I saw the art and I found out that there's gay shit inside, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give it a shot. I grabbed Jay, we sat down, we watched it, and I don't even know what happened. We were just like 3 episodes in or something, and holy fucking shit. The fact that I cannot even describe how good it is, and somebody just has to say, watch it. Just watch one episode. It's almost an hour long, which I was like, excuse me? This is like primetime television hours. Hello, Game of Thrones. I keep bringing that up, but literally that's the only human TV show I have watched to completion. My friends have tried to get me into so many things. New Girl, Jane the Virgin, Suits, there are so many. I fell off all of them. I don't know how they end. I just asked them, hey, how's that show going? But Game of Thrones, my ex got me into it, finish it. He tried to get me into Legend of the Seeker? No, Walking Dead. Didn't get into that one either. But for whatever reason, why can't I enunciate today? Arcane is like that, but animated, which makes it better. Because with live action acting, there's just this, I think, level of pretentiousness that I've just gotten bored of. They just feel like they're the superior medium and we don't have any other options. It's like, what are you gonna watch? Cartoons? That's for kids. You have no other choice but to watch us. And because of that, I've been given a specific fuck you to that type of mindset, writing, and whatever. And with like Western animation, it's gotten so monotone and boring. Oh my fucking god. The only thing that's been surprising me recently is like Eastern storytelling, like with Shang-Chi and the White Snake. And I'm like, fuck, Asian stories just hit differently. So I don't know if I'm giving any misinformation about Arcane. Please correct me in the comments. But I don't think Arcane was made by an American studio or American writers, because League of Legends isn't an American property. I think it's China. So I would assume they were the ones that had faith in the company and said, hey, make an animated something. Well, they didn't have faith. Apparently the company only wanted to do this one thing and never wanted to deviate from it. But when they did, they struck gold. I knew nada about League of Legends. I know jack shit. The only thing I love about League of Legends is that fucking KDA song, which I'm obsessed about. And then they released another song, which I haven't reviewed up to now, but gorgeous. I knew nothing. So going into this show and seeing everything being thrown at me, and then I'm hearing people saying, oh, I know how it ends, but I wish I didn't. And I'm like, oh my god, what is gonna happen to these characters? So imagine my surprise When I saw Jinx sit down on that chair, holy God. No. This was a tragedy. Why didn't anybody tell me? I don't like sad shit. My life is depressing enough already. I need the happy feels. Why do you think I like Teen Titans Go? It's stupid. It distracts me from the benign realities I live in. So watching this show, I just kept sinking further and further into depression, and I liked it, and that scared me. Because I watched this, during December time, I finally realized what seasonal depression meant. So watching this show and me just going, please, can something right go for these characters? Is this even a review? I feel like this is just a vent. Arcane is a show about two sisters being ripped apart by the brutal reality that is life. And then we just see other characters. We see politics. We see... This show is too real and I hate it. Seeing Jace, I think, sorry if I mistake names, going down the path that he did. He was a politician. He's just a scientist trying to do right by people. Because the sister stole from him in the first episodes, it kind of fucked him over, even though he was the one that got stolen from. But then, oh no, he's doing well. Oh no, he's discovered magic or whatever, how to control magic, and then he became like the poster child for the city. But then, as you get more popular and rise in the ranks of society, you have to play society's game because I'm a politician's daughter. I know, I've seen politics firsthand, so I saw the little nudges happening to Jace before it was even on display, and I just felt so sad for him. I'm like, dude, you're gonna hate what you become. And then Mal, don't know her name, but my goddess, my queen, fuck, I love her existence. Okay, woo. Anytime she comes on screen, I want to cry because this is beauty incarnate. The representation, I hate using that word, but when we're in the Undercities in the first few, I'm just gonna assume you've watched the show because I'm not even gonna try and make this a coherent review. When we were in the Undercities and we saw Echo for the first time, I remember a few scenes passed by and I was like, oh my god, holy shit. They didn't try to beat us over the head that, oh, this is a black character, oh, we put representation. He was just doing his thing. And I don't know how to describe it to you. I loved it. It didn't feel like the show had to pause and say, hey, do you see this black character? Do you like us now? Even with Mel, it wasn't like, oh, a woman in power who is black. No. They are just characters. This world felt so believable. There was a scene where I think it was Vi. She was doing something somewhere and you could hear the outside of like the underworld, whatever. And I just felt, oh my god, this is so immersive. It was just something so little. Her just moving about and just hearing the world happening outside her, like the people moving around and talking and discussion, and it helps you feel like, yes, this world is lived in, instead of maybe a character talks and then dead, stark silence. I don't want to bring up Steven Universe, but kind of, sort of, not even that, just most cartoons where it's like protagonist talks, quiet, other person talks. They don't even have just scenes of maybe the protagonist moving around their room or whatever. But with Vi, she's just moving, doing something, and you can just hear the world around her. Oh shit, that was so good. Also, going back to Mel, I really hope I'm saying her name correctly. I loved her characterization because I was looking at her, I was like, yes, this is a black woman. I know I just said they didn't try to portray her as one, but this is her. I am sick to fucking hell with the strong black woman who don't take no shit from no man. Amber, who doesn't allow herself to get walk all over, who stands up for her right, who's a tomboy, she's not girly, she's not like other girls. TM, capital letters T and M. But with Mel, she's seductive, she's sultry, she's conniving, she's smart. You fear her because she controls Jace. She manipulates Jace. Let's get that out of the way. But she does it in a way where he feels like it's his idea. He's in control of the situation. And I'm like, yes, queen. Listen, if there's anything you should fear in this life, it is a black woman. We are scary. I should know because I am one. I've been around multiple, and we are just built different. You know, the whole statement behind every strong man there's a strong woman, or behind every man there's a strong woman. I'm pretty sure whoever said that was talking about African women. Not to knock down all the other women, y'all are cute too, but like, there's this thing where Mel does, oh my god, how do I even begin to describe the perfection that is her character? We're sneaky, we don't let you know we're after you, but we could kill you and you'd have a smile on your face because you wouldn't even know we did it. Cause that is Mel. We get her backstory and everything, and it's like, oh, you were raised in war, but you became a diplomat by choice, but you still have those tendencies that your mother implemented. And oh my god, her mom. Now that is a blackest of women. Dear God. Wow, I can't. I'm just so geeking out over the characters because it's so nice to see somebody like. Again, this is not Black Ariel where, oh, you're given a hand-me-down, or oh, hey, I've noticed you guys are lacking. Here you go. Like, motherfucker, don't fucking tell me. Just do it. Why do you expect people to worship you for doing literally the barest minimum? I need to step away from this because, oh boy, regardless, good characters. Jace, what's his name? Victor. Oh my god, there's a lot of people thirsty for Victor. I'm like, y'all good. You know, he's sick, he's dying. I mean, do you have a kink for diseased individuals? Because I don't. But then again, he attractive, maybe. If he was healthy, I might have seen him as attractive. I like that whole aesthetic. But he dying. I don't want to mourn for you. I'm sorry. Give me Jace. He's healthy. He's fit. He got the hammer skills. No wonder Mel fell and fell hard. Like the difference between Mel and Jace by the start of the show and the end, where it felt like she's the one empowered. People can start preaching power and balance. But then by the end, it's like, oh, he's basically in control of everything. But she molded him to be that. She is the strong woman behind this strong man. God damn it. On to other stuff. Animation. I have never seen a show where literally you can pause at any given moment and you will have a goddamn fucking wallpaper to end all other wallpapers. I could not tell if this was 3D or hand-drawn for the longest time. I still cannot. I'm being told that it is 3D, but I cannot believe that. I know it is next to impossible for this to be 2D, but it's also too gorgeous to be 3D. Like, the textures, the models, What other show was there that was also so gorgeous that it was like, this can't be 3D, was it? No. I think Beastars has a little bit of 3D and 2D, or it's 3D, I can't remember. Carmen Sandiego is also very gorgeous that you'd be like, oh my god, but you know it's 2D. But this is too smooth and intricate and delicate to be 3D. Was it Castlevania? It wasn't an anime. What? Okay, maybe it was an anime. Something's tingling in my mind. Was it Given? No, it wasn't Given. There is a show that was also really well done that people thought it was 3D, but it was 2D. Oh, no. Klaus. That Christmas movie. It was 2D that looked 3D, but was done really well. But this is the opposite. This is 3D that looks 2D. I love how far technology has gone in the sense that you cannot even tell. So all those fucking elitists where 2D is so sophisticated, it was the original form of animation, and the people that are like 3D is the future, you old geezers, it's like, fuck both of y'all. We've reached a point where we cannot tell, and I am grateful because I do still have a nostalgic appreciation for 2D cartoons and animations. It's just what it is. But at the same time, 3D is more simple, cost effective. Well, not really, but still, it's easier to just have a model, have seen from different angles, and it's just the future. But to be able to have the thing with 3D, it looks robotic, it looks not real, it looks fake. it doesn't have that organic feeling that pen paper drawings have, even though 2D drawings now are digital, so what the fuck. But it's reached a point now where the 3D animation has that feeling of organicness, or is just the animation studio is just competent. That's just it. This is a competent set of people who are able to tell a competent story with competent visuals. Because I can't remember if I said this in this review or not. I kind of divided this in half. The first part of this review was recorded a couple days ago, but this part, several days later, I kind of cut it at the part where I said black women are scary. I wonder if you picked that up. Why am I rambling? I don't know if I said this, but at one point while we were watching this, I think it was episode 1 or 2, probably 3, I turned to Jay and I said, wait a minute, this is a basic story. Like, it's not groundbreaking. It was even kind of like, I won't say generic, it was kind of predictable. Whereas you could tell, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, but it's so engaging. And then Jay was like, yeah, everything's kind of, I don't think the word is not predictable, but probably is. He was like, yeah, this is kind of like just basic storytelling. This is not breaking any new grounds. But it was so well done, so well animated, that even a story that has been done to death before felt new and fresh. And at one point while I was watching this, I was like, oh no, Jinx is the villain. Am I watching a villain origin story? Oh no. I did not sign up for this. And I was right. At one point I just realized, oh, these two are not gonna end up happy together. Oh no. Again, knew jack shit about League of Legends, so there's my take. The story was not like new or groundbreaking or anything, but it was just told so well. That's why I said it's competent writers, because you can take a story like Cinderella or Snow White, as Disney did before, but they're unable to do so now for some reason, and make it seem fresh and new and interesting. And you're not telling anything new. We know, like, Cinderella goes to the ball, clock strikes midnight, she comes back home. You know the drill. But, well, I love the live action Cinderella movie, and I love the Disney animated Cinderella movie. If you do it right, it doesn't matter if you know what's gonna happen, it's still gonna be amazing to experience. So with League of Legends Arcane, the story is following a path where you know how it's gonna end, but you are so enthralled and sucked into this universe that you're like, you forget things. The world just goes black, and all you just notice is this mastery in front of you, this symphony, this cacophony of greatness. I cannot believe I was gonna skip this. Wow. If I could go back and strangle past me, but I ended up watching it, so we're all good. No need to commit murder. But if I kill myself, it's not murder, it's suicide. But I'm killing a past version of me. So, I know I shouldn't get existential right now. I want to know your thoughts on Arcane. Well, you've told me before I even did this review. A lot of you were just screaming about this, and I just couldn't understand, but now I do. You cannot verbalize how good it is. You cannot articulate what it is. You can just scream into the ethos and hope somebody can make sense of your squabbling and squawking and watch it. Because just please watch it. Just watch it. You won't regret it. I promise you. I swear. You're gonna love it. Please. Just for me, not even for me, for your mom, for a higher power, whatever gets you to watch it, just fucking watch it. Even if you don't like, okay, tragedies and stuff like that, it has some good, does it? No, it's a tragedy through and through. I hate the people who say, Silco was a good dad. Can I talk about that? I want to rant about that, because he is not. I was also one of the people who are like, oh yeah, he really loved her, but then you watch it again, you apply like 2 brain cells, it's like he contributed to like 45% of the reason why she's broken. Yeah, the little things, experiments at the end to bring her back to life and make sure she doesn't die really sent her insane nature over the edge. Even the doctor was saying this is just the beginning, so her mind just went more broken. And a lot of people saying, oh, she needs medication, she needs therapy. Jinx is gone, you guys. She is too far gone. There's no turning back from that. And even she said so in the end, is like, I want you to love me, who I am now. You love Powder, or who I was, And that just hurts. People saying that even though Vi is the best, I don't even think I've talked about Vi this much, but don't worry, I'm pretty sure the other reviews have talked about her. I'm just focused on Jinx. Even though Jinx and Mel, even though Vi is arguably the best person for her who loves her, she is literally unable to be there for her. Life keeps taking her away from Jinx, and Silco is always there for her even though he's the worst person. And that's the fucked up thing about life. Who you need is not always gonna be there. So I asked the question, I was like, was Jinx destined to be a villain? Because she literally jinxes everything up. It's not even by design, it's almost in her nature. So you can't even say it's nature over nurture, because she had a good upbringing, and even Vi could have been a villain as she was thrown in jail. Even though Jinx grew up with Silco, she could have still not been evil like Rapunzel with Mother Gothel, but Mother Gothel wasn't really that evil around her. You get the drill. You get what I mean. But Jinx almost had no path to go down. She had skills, she had abilities when she was younger. I saw a review that pointed out how she was good at shooting even when she was a kid, but that wasn't what the team needed. And it was so true. She was so good at shooting when she was a youngin, but as an adult, it's like that's not what the team needs. And now as an adult, she just mows down people. Oh my god, what a badass. And it's so fascinating to me because there are things about Jinx's psychosis and mentality that I can relate to, with the scratches and the memories that hurt and the telling people to shut up and stuff like that. I'm not as intense as her. Calm down. Even Jay looked at me when I said that. It's like, it's not as intense, but it's like 1%. Yeah, 1%. Just 1% of Jinx. I can relate to that feeling of just not being in control. And I think Jinx kind of overcompensates to try and be in control. And again, just out of her mind. I see people comparing Harley Quinn to her, who's the better person who depicts madness. And I kind of find that offensive, how it's a competition to see who's more broken. I love Harley to death. Oh god, I like all the mentally ill characters. Oh, that should have been a sign from a long time ago. Oh shit. But anyway, Harley Quinn has been that insane character, but for whatever reason, Harley hasn't been written as insane. She's been written as quirky. Even the Harley Quinn series is not like, you don't see this person as mentally insane. You just see them as quirky with a bit of issues. Jinx is insane. She is mental. She is asinine. You do not question for a second that Jinx is not well in the head. And I like that. Harley Quinn is kind of the romanticized version of mental insanity. Jinx is the real version of it. So I just love that character. And even how Jay says, it's mostly, have you noticed that with the worst villains, it all starts from the psychological damage that happens as a kid. And even Jinx says it. She says, Silco didn't create me, you did. Because even when Jinx was balling as a kid, you just see that, oh, this person is a fragile mind. And that moment broke her. She did not, and here's the thing, Jinx did not see those people die. She just saw the aftermath. And she just saw her sister angry, which just goes to show our words matter. And you never know what someone is going through. You never know how close someone is to breaking, because everyone is different. Be kind to the people around you. If you have the option, don't be a dick. That's how I go about my life. If I cannot be a dick to you, I will not be. There are people who actively go out of their way to be mean to me, and I have to actively go out of my way to still be nice, because I can be a fucking bitch. But at the end of the day, you don't know what someone is going through. Unless I see 100% you are not gonna stop being an asshole. It's free real estate, but know who you're talking to. I am more than willing to go hard on an adult than I would on a kid. But even as I was watching this show, I was like, Vi is very patient with Powder. Because I would have smacked my sisters a long time ago. It would not have reached the warehouse scene. God damn it. But again, no matter how good Vi is, or the best person objectively for Jinx, Powder, she just can't be there. Life won't let her be there. So she is the worst person because she brings out Jinx's abandonment issues, and I'd love to see where the show goes from here, because she sits down in the chair, she starts war, she kills a bunch of people, because I'm looking at that room and I'm like, if Mel dies, I revolt. I will go on strike. I swear, everybody else can die. I don't give a shit. Not Mel. I'm pretty sure the people watching League of Legends are gonna be like, TVC Mel is not a character. I know Jace is a playable character. I think Victor is. The fluffy dude, Professor Heimerdinger, Echo, you know, Vi, Caitlyn, Jinx. Hell, I even heard that the dad is gonna be brought back as a zombie werewolf or whatever. But the council members, you know what? Caitlyn's mom is gonna die. I'm calling it. So Caitlyn's gonna have a vendetta against Jinx, but she's her girlfriend's sister. They're dating. Caitlyn and Vi, shut up. I don't want to hear it. The robot guy, probably not. The feminine dude, the fat dude. Feminine dude, fat dude, robot dude, Caitlyn's mom, Mel, Heimerdinger. Yeah, we got everyone. I don't care for the other council members. Robot guy can fucking die, but not Mel. Kill all of them, leave Mel alive. You know what? Even Victor, he's a dead man walking. Take him. Leave Mel. Her armor was glowing at one point, and I was like, oh, magic? But then I was like, oh no, magic is evil in this world. So probably her armor was just reflecting the thing. Look, Jace cannot live if Mel doesn't live. But I know Mel was closer to the point of impact. And yeah, it took me a second viewing to realize, oh, the rocket thing was Shimmer. Oh, that's why Shimmer weapon. Oh. Jinx just jinxed it up. Like, they were about to get their independence. They were about to get everything they wanted. But people said, oh no, Silco is dead, so the deal has fallen through. I'm like, not really. Not really. Jinx just fucks things up. Again, nature over nurture. She was destined to be a villain, and that's the tragedy of it. Because we see, you know how people complain like, I don't want to hear the villain's tragic backstory. Blah, 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 blah. In this case, we were forced to hear the villain's backstory, but I don't even see Jinx as a villain. That's the fucked up part. I just see her as a tragic individual. I don't see Vi as a hero. I don't see Heimerdinger kind of a hero, but not really. I don't see Jace as a hero. Echo is a blessing, but I don't see heroes or villains here. I just see people. And I guess that's the beauty of this storytelling. You're not supposed to be on one side or the other. Life is literally different shades of gray. Some grays are darker than others, some are lighter than others, but there is no true black or white scenario. Because somebody just watching the finale of Arcane will just see Jinx as black, but if they watch the start of it, they'll see Powder as white. Oh, symbolism. Ooh, look at me getting deep and philosophical. The difference between Jinx and Powder, but I personally think Powder is dead. No two ways about it. Maybe a little inkling, but after that fight with Echo, somebody said, oh, Echo was the one that killed Powder because after the fight, he damaged her and that was what caused the experimentation. I'm like, no. I will physically fight you if you try to put any blame on Echo. He was injured and he was like, I don't know how to get home. And I'm like, oh my god, if Heimerdinger didn't come by, how would he have survived? He would have died under that bridge. Oh no. Or the enforcers might have dragged him back to the undercity or the overcity jail. You know what? If Jinx had been arrested, would she have gone to the same place Vi did? Or would she have gone to like an overcity jail? Did overcity have a jail? I'm gonna end the review here. This one's been long enough. I don't want this video to be a 30-minute review, but I wanted to make my favorite scenes of Arcane compilation like I normally do, but there is no funny scene in this show. There are amazing scenes. There are great. Maybe I should do a quotes. Yes, there's some great quotes in this, especially I'm gonna pass the 30-minute mark, god damn it. Especially Victor's line, in our pursuit for great we fail to do good. Somebody tattoo that on my skin. Tattoos are not allowed in Islam, so just letting you know how intense that feeling is. Okay, but I'm gonna end the video here. I would love to know your thoughts on any and all things. Let me know down in the comment section down below. Thank you to my Patreons. New year, new us. Join, support, you know the drill. But yeah, I love you, love your faces. Thank you for being here, and I need to stop talking. 30 minutes is coming up. Anyway, thanks everybody so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And with that being said, this is TVC. Mwah! Signing out.